I can show to the world that, kid from, war-torn country can actually be the best in a sport that is very global. That's what happened, but all of these experiences have been there for a reason, and I don't regret anything, I don't pity anything, I just feel like that's something that I had to go through. Certainly they will be the leaders, those names that you mentioned, the leaders of the future of tennis, without a doubt, but I'm not going to stand here and hand it over to them, Mats. You know that very well.
Yeah, I know that very well.
I'm gonna be more Grand Slam. I have more Grand Slam trophies. I want to be number one for as long as I can. It just kept going, and I believe that, from my experience, you need goals and objectives, but you need to balance that with, what is truly the most important work, which is the inner work.
Yes.
And I didn't get it up to not a while ago, to be honest. And that's when I start to get it, and that's when I start to understand the message from him. He was, whatever you do it with excitement, with joy, with passion. But at the same time, never forget about what you have to do before, during, and after that, which is a much, much bigger work and longer work. And now I do truly understand that.
So I wanted to start by taking you back to 2007. At the time, you're third in the world. Next year, you win your first Grand Slam. But no matter what you tried, I believe at the time, whether that's lifting weights, biking for hours, changing coaches, I think you underwent nasal surgery to improve breathing. Fast forward to the 2010 Australian Open, which I think was one of the lowest points of your career at the time. Tell me about a doctor that was watching that tournament on television that changed everything for you.
Yes, his name is Igor Chetin. Feeling good, longevity, I guess, and different benefits on health. And I eat a lot of fruits for the first part of the day, salads. I don't like to eat any food that would require much energy for digestion, especially in the first part of the day, because that's when I need the most energy for the training. So I'm keeping things quite light and oil.
You were coached by the famed coach Jensik. By 6, you're already thinking you can be number 1 in the world. Why?
So I fell in love with it when I was 4. My dad bought me a tennis racket, and so there is an athletic gene in the family that runs. So it's no accident that I ended up playing sport, but it is a little bit odd that I started playing tennis, which was quite unknown in my family. But I think it was a sign of a destiny. 3 tennis courts being built when I started watching tennis on the TV. It was a Wimbledon finals. Clearly see. I remember that at one point my dad took out a 10 Deutschmark bill and put it on the table. He said, "This is all we got," which is equivalent to $10 nowadays. Because at that time, it was really not about tennis. It was more about us surviving as family and having bread to eat during the day. And but somehow, my parents found a way, and they were a great team.
But in the world of sport, 10 is considered to be the magic number. Once thought to be unobtainable, we now know that that isn't the case. And with his victory tonight, this incredible athlete has that perfect score. It's his 10th title at Melbourne Park, and tonight, with his win, he also regains the position of the number 1 player in the world. The Australian Open Men's Singles Champion for 2023, Novak Djokovic.